The spy plane that changed the history of combat of the U.S. Air Force. This is the art of true engineering. The YF-11-8G is the best stealth airplane that has ever been created. The Boeing Bird of Prey was an aircraft that was a part of Black Project that was developed in the 1990s by Boeing and McDonnell Douglas. Although it was marketed as a stealth technology and demonstrator aircraft, it was never really conceived of as a product for wide-scale production. The name of the aircraft is an allusion to the warship known as the Klingon Bird of Prey, which appeared in the Star Trek television series. Hey viewers, welcome back to Vehicle Radar. In today's video, we are going to talk about a spy plane that changed the history of combat of the U.S. Air Force. So stay with us till the end of the video so you don't miss out on any of this information. And before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on that bell symbol so you don't miss out on any of our wonderful videos in the future. And let's get started. Due to the fact that the demonstrator was primarily an internal project, it was given the designation of X-plane, which, despite the fact that it was a relatively inexpensive program when compared to many other programs of a comparable scale. Despite the fact that the YF-118 was never developed into a combat aircraft for the United States Air Force, it was still able to make a significant contribution to the progression of aviation history in more ways than one. The Bird of Prey was created by an engineering team at McDonnell Douglas's Phantom Works. It was able to take flight from a paper design and reach the skies for a price that was lower than the current cost of an F-35. YF-118G, a hidden forerunner in the development of stealth aviation. A condensed history. The half-blue technology demonstrator served as the basis for the Lockheed F-117 Nighthawk, which made its covert debut into service in October of 1983, thereby announcing the arrival of the first stealth aircraft in the history of aviation. Although it was given the prefix F, which is typically reserved for fighter aircraft and is commonly referred to as a stealth fighter, this aircraft was not a fighter in the traditional sense. The F-117 was a ground attack aircraft that was disguised as a fighter aircraft. It was an attack aircraft that was unlike anything the world had ever seen before. Even though it was slow and cumbersome in comparison to the F-15s and F-16s, the Nighthawk played an important role in the development of aviation technology and air warfare doctrine among the most powerful nations in the world in the years to come. In spite of having a radar cross-section that was only slightly greater than 1/10 of an inch, the F-117 was almost completely undetectable by the radar systems used by hostile forces. After going on to compete with the Lockheed's YF-22, the Northrop YF-23 would eventually result in what is now known as the YF-118G, which is the world's first true stealth fighter. Design and development. Alan Weichman was the one who got the ball rolling on the development of the Boeing Bird of Prey in 1992 at the McDonnell Douglas Phantom Works, which was located at the top secret Area 51. When compared to other legendary engineers of the era, Weichman's name does not appear in the annals of aviation history nearly as frequently as one might anticipate finding it there. Nevertheless, his contributions to aviation stealth technology cannot be understated, and he was awarded the Technical Achievement Award by the National Defense Industrial Association, or NDIA, for his work in the design of low observable aircraft even before the Bird of Prey was made public. His accomplishments in this field predated the declassification of the Bird of Prey. Specifications and technologies. Due to the fact that it was only intended to serve as a demonstration aircraft, Weichman and his team did not intend to construct the entire aircraft from the ground up. The ejection seat came from an AV-8B Harrier, the control stick and throttle came from an FA-18 Hornet, and the rudder pedals came from an A-4 Skyhawk. These are just a few examples of the many different parts and components that came from a variety of different aircraft. Beech King Air and Queen Air aircraft served as the basis for the landing gear's adaptation. They came equipped with a Pratt & Whitney JT-15D 5C commercial off-the-shelf turbofan engine, which was only capable of producing 3,190 pounds of thrust. Because of the aircraft's excellent aerodynamic performance, it was possible to pilot it using only manual hydraulic controls rather than the fly-by-wire system. The stealthy aircraft had a cruising speed of only about 300 miles per hour, which was slower than a C-130 Hercules. Additionally, the stealthy aircraft had a maximum operational ceiling of 20,000 feet, which meant that it could fly less than half as high as a P-51 Mustang from the Second World War. The design utilized a comprehensive strategy to achieve stealth, minimizing radar, infrared, visual, and acoustic signatures through the use of movable or flexible covers to conceal gaps, and by concealing the engine by burying it deep within the fuselage, behind a curved inlet duct, and in front of an infrared and acoustic diffusing exhaust outlet. This was accomplished by the design. It is believed that the Bird of Prey experimented with camouflage, a phenomenon that involves changing the color of its surface to match that of its surroundings, in addition to having been designed to prevent shadows from being cast on it. The first flight of the aircraft took place in 1996, and a total of 39 additional flights were carried out before the program was finally shut down in 1999. There are no platforms in existence today that can have their lineage directly traced back to Boeing's Bird of Prey, despite the fact that this topic is rarely brought up in this day and age. In light of this, the only location at which it will be possible for you to view a live model is the National Museum of the United States Air Force at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. In 2003, Boeing donated the one and only YF-118G Bird of Prey to the museum, and it's currently displayed directly above the F-22 Raptor. Before we move further, I just want to let you guys know that we are building a strong community where we give you every single update, so if you want to be a part of this family, then please do hit that subscribe button. Okay, now let's get back to our topic. Components available off the shelf for the YF-118G. The fact that both the YF-118G and the Romulan Bird of Prey use components that were commercially available in one area, that they would be considered comparable. Chang had apparently used the kit bashing technique, in which he created many of the props for the original Star Trek by using existing model kits, including the Romulan warship. Both McDonnell Douglas and Boeing used a method that was strikingly similar. They relied on already developed technology and ready available aircraft components to cut costs and increase production rates, respectively. This appears to have involved the use of a control system that was entirely manual and did not make use of any assistance from a computer, while the landing gear for the Bird of Prey was actually taken from aircraft manufactured by Beech King Air and Queen Air. The YF-118G was propelled by a single Pratt & Whitney JT-15D5C turbofan, which delivered the 3,190 pounds of thrust we talked about, and enabled the aircraft to reach top speeds of about 300 miles per hour and 20,000 feet. 1999 marked the last time the aircraft took to the skies before it was put into production 3 years later, by which time its design techniques had become industry standard. These methods were utilized by Boeing during the production of the X-32 Joint Strike Fighter demonstrators, as well as the X-45A unmanned combat air vehicle prototype that was developed later on. Its ability to demonstrate advances in stealth concepts will be the Bird of Prey's enduring legacy. This is especially true of the gapless control surfaces, which were designed to blend in seamlessly with the wings to reduce radar visibility. Additionally, the engine intake was completely concealed from the front and shielded. And that's it for today, guys. We sincerely hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, please click on the like button and make sure you share it with all your friends and family. And if you have any questions or comments, please share them with us in the comment space below. We always love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see even more of our incredible videos. You can also check out other videos that have been specially selected just for you. And if we can ask you one more favor before you go, please don't forget to hit that bell icon. That way you're always notified of our latest uploads and updates here on our channel. We appreciate you spending time with us today, and we look forward to hanging out with you in our next video. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.